Go around here. You can see it. People are saying, you know, we're a little independent here. And I think they're yearning for someone who has a message of unity.
That's Joe Sestak's campaign theme this morning in Nashua, New Hampshire. You need the context here. He met with homeless veterans at the Main Street United Methodist Church, which hosts these men and women every morning. Sestak, a veteran himself, went off schedule just to meet with this group. He's definitely different than most candidates. First of all, at 67, he doesn't skew young or old, right? He's kind of right in the middle. And his bio is also much different. Second in his class at the Naval Academy. He went on to become an admiral. After leaving the military, he went on to Congress. When elected, he was the highest ranking service member ever elected. He left to run for Senate. He lost twice. Clearly, he's led a life of service, something he says makes it really difficult to watch what's going on in Washington right now, especially in the White House.
It's really horrible because I watch this wonderful nation that I literally fought for, that I literally love, being torn asunder. I'm running because I want to be the person that, because there's no one there right now, can unite this country again. The fact that we have our character being misrepresented to the world, the fact that here at home we do nothing but use incendiary language that divides us. You can disagree well, and that's called leadership. So that's the only reason I'm really in this race.
Yeah, so like, let's be honest. I mean, you're an incredibly impressive person, and you can't get above 1%. Like, what's wrong? What's the problem?
Think about this. 3 months, I'm at 9 in the polling. 9th out of 24 people. 1%. I got that. Yeah. But I had to do something we learned in the military. Amateurs do tactics, experts do logistics. We have a plan. There's 1,800 precinct captains you have to identify in Iowa for the caucuses. I had to find 1,800 people that would support me so that when they go to the caucus, they trade votes. So if some candidate is losing to another candidate in round 2, you trade votes with someone else to pump your or as well as the other person. So now that I did this, I'm here in New Hampshire with about 90% of the people, according to Political and others, are undecided. This fits me. An independent can go in and vote just by taking a Democratic ballot and then walk out as an independent again. This is wide open.
So you feel like you have a path?
Without a question. Is it tough? Is it? Yeah, you bet it is. The strategy has been focus in Iowa on the logistical part. Don't worry about the polls right now, okay? But I am 9th. It's low, but that's better than people running 2 years. And now here with the walk, which is truly about letting people know that I want to listen, but I also want to let you know how I think together we can unify this country and with all the interest. But number 2, go on the air with ads that I have raised enough money for.
You did this in Pennsylvania.
I did, 422 miles.
Yeah, so this is a little shorter, although the weather, who knows what the weather's going to be like. I mean, do you literally, I mean, first of all, he was an admiral in the Navy. You have a strategy, right? You have a system.
Yep.
You have everything ready to go nutrition-wise.
Yep. And we, so what I'll do is, you know, we'll average, some days are 18, some are 6. We've got about 60 events. We'll be going to small businesses. We'll go into high schools, the national youth. And so we have events everywhere. I'll put a stick in the ground, drive over there, quickly, come on back. The nights will end up probably about 2 o'clock in the morning because, yeah, I'll start very early. Some of them I'll start at different times. And, but because we're going to be having all these events in between, it's not just a walk. It's to meet people, very much like Atticus said to Scout. You can't know a man until you stand in his shoes and walk around in them.
Yeah, he's like, oh, To Kill a Mockingbird, you remember. I was like, oh, yeah, I read it 30 years ago. A really interesting conversation. You know, we try to expose you to these candidates. Another thing you probably don't know about Sestak and why he entered the race so late, you might remember he joined it just early in the summer. Well, the reason is his only child, that's a picture when she's very young, was recovering from cancer for the 2nd time. And it wasn't just any kind of cancer, it was brain cancer. So when she was officially in remission, he jumped in the race. By the way, she's doing well. She's graduated high school, taking a gap year, maybe going to try to write a book before she goes off.